Alrighty guys, here and welcome to another RPG guide. Today we're going to talk about the base maps. It's going to be our Arathi Basin, Battle for Gilneas, and the new and boring Deepwind Gorge. So, today we're going to talk about like how you can make sure you play the right strategies, how you avoid your bases getting ninja'd by rogues. Maybe we'll actually skip that point because I play a rogue and I don't want you to know. Never mind guys, we're going to go through it. So, as long as you watch this video here to the end and you don't have a certain teammate that keeps falling asleep during the matches defending a base. Not mentioning any names here. Chaos. 0 to hero. Alright guys, let's get on with the video. But first. Alright guys, if you like and enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, ring the bell, subscribe, all that. I don't think you can do that in the order, but you know what I mean. Leave a comment of what you thought of the video, which type of battleground or which battleground do you want to see next in this more specific guide. And don't forget to check out the live stream over on twitch.tv/killerchris. We actually managed to get a viewer group together from you guys who were around 1500 MMR, and we pushed all the way to 2k in an evening, so that was pretty great. Guys, don't forget to leave a follow over there and come and check me out. On with the video, guys. Alrighty, guys. So for AB Deepwind Gorge, the works, you're gonna need somebody defending your first base, right? You don't necessarily have to run a tank. Ideally, like running a DPS that is good at defending is quite often better than running a tank. So DPSs that are good at defending can be Frost Mages with a pet, Beast Mastery Hunter with pets, Marksman Hunters with pet, and the Flare Legendary to anti-cap. Unholy DKs with pets. Abomination, you can use that for stopping a shadowy dual cap. And rogues. Rogues because they are invisible. Being invisible is really handy when you need to defend a base because they can't CC you and you can just like interrupt them quite a long time. And then you say, hey, somebody's trying to take my base. Come help me kill him. And you fight him too, and you kill him, and the guy runs back to whatever he was doing before. So those are the DPS that are really good for defending. Other DPS can also defend. Paladins are decent. Ideally, you want the paladins in the team fight. Don't let a healer defend for crying out loud. I've seen that quite a lot of time. Whatever you do, nobody ever just run away and leave your healer behind. It's like, guys, somebody has to defend. It's like you defend it. Good. And the healer's defending, and then you're missing a healer. And the healers can easily be ninja capped. So don't let your healers defend. Tanks are also doable. Like, it depends what you prefer playing, honestly. Guardian Druids are really good. And Vengeance Demon Hunter are really good. Those are only the two tanks I would ever recommend defending. I guess a Prot Paladin could defend, but it's nowhere near as good as the two others. Don't even think about monks or warriors. Vengeance, you want to be far away from the flank, and you want to make sure that you don't get set pressure eyes on cooldown and find the rogue, see where the rogue is. So you let them know, okay, he's coming towards us, then you can get help much sooner. Right. Guardian Druids, bring the Sleeper Legendary, otherwise you're not much use of a Guardian Druid in an RPG. Sorry to say, but that's how the way it goes, right? So, the Guardian Druids are also stealth, and they are a tank, which means they're hard to kill, and they're impossible to see. Incarnation, chook, right? So, what you're going to do is that you want to make sure that you don't get CC'd before using Incarnation, because if you do, you're forced to Trinket and then Incarn, which is really bad. We don't want to do that, because you can't Incarn out of a CC. So, what you want to do is that you want to make sure you pop on the rogue, stun him, Incarn right away. Don't let there be a gap in there, or Incarn and then stun him. Doesn't matter. Stop him. What you want to do then, as well, after your Incarn, is that you want to use your Iron Bark, I think it's called, or the like pulsing AoE thing. Stand right on top of the flank after your Incarnation runs out, and then you're sitting there, right? Can't cap the flank because he's taking damage. And that is the defenders for the base. Alright, guys. So, a few things here. We're going over the whiteboard now. Yeah, this is something we use in stream to, like, I don't know, Pictionary. So I'm going to draw some things here and explain you a little bit about, like, if you're in a winning situation or losing situation, what you need to do. Right. So we are going to start with Battle of Gilneas, right? We have the Horde side here. Horde started here. Alliance start over here. We have the base here, here, and we have the infamous waterworks over there. Right. So what we start out doing here is that we take this one, Horde. Of course, Alliance, they're going to take this one here. And both teams go over there, right? A common strategy here on Battle for Gilneas is try going over there, root the entire team with a druid or something like it, and peel them off over the water, because there's like a river here, right? Death Knight, remember Path of Rust, that can save your team here. And then getting into the flag here as quickly as possible. Maybe you'll bring your demon owner over here and your ghost the base in the start. He leaps in, caps the flag quickly. That's one way of doing it. This is a quick start here. Some teams do this here. 9 out of 10 times, especially at lower ratings, you're just gonna run in there and team fight them in that, and that's fine. Right, so this can go two ways now. Either you get waterworks or you don't. So we're gonna start about, we're getting waterworks. We crush them here, right? What do we do then? So we have the hill over here, and we have the rest of the, you know how bad fucking is, I don't need to explain it. Right, so what you do then here is that you have 2 people at either base, right? 2 and 2. And then you have the rest of the people in here, 6 in the middle. Why do you have 6 in the middle? Because inking different bases. You're not everyone is gonna like run and ink waterworks over and over. Happens most of the time. But you want to be 2 at other places. You always want to have 2. You want to double defend if you have 2 bases, right? You have 6 here, right? To float in between. This is a really good strategy. You hold both bases. They're not going to ninja against 2 people, especially if you have 2 people that are good at defending. And maybe you have a tank here, so they could be tank plus rogue. Or it could be tank plus frost mage or something. Tank plus something with a pet is ideal. We have 2 defending over here. That could also be 2 people. It really just has to be 2 people, so you can easily coordinate and defend the bases. Another thing that you can do, right, is that instead of having 6 people in the middle, we're gonna have 5 people in the middle. And then you send your rogue to lighthouse, and you have 1 guy over here, your rogue, to put pressure on them on the lighthouse, so they're not gonna have as fast into ink over here, right? So they're gonna have to send somebody to defend over here, or they're gonna count on their tank or their guy defending, winning this 1v1 here. Defending against a rogue for a long period of time can be really difficult if your rogue knows what he's doing. If you want to know a separate guide on ninjaing bases as a rogue, let me know in the comments. I'll happily explain it. Also, check out the merchandise store. If you want a cool t-shirt like this one, now I can actually show it off in a video. Twitch that always complains about that I'm not pimping the merch enough. But yeah, this is the ideal situation. 2 here, 2 here. And the rest of the team here is called floating in the middle. So if they ink here, well, then you have a much shorter distance over there. And you can follow them in. You can also follow them in over here. And then you're just -1 over here. And that's perfectly fine when you're just defending. All you have to do is make sure you guys survive and defend. And same principle goes for the 5 bases, except you're holding 3 bases and then you're floating with the rest. Then you might have a tank or something defending in the other bases. But this is generally the winning strategy, right? You make sure to double defend so you can't lose bases. You just have to hold 3 bases. Now let's go over the other one. The losing position. Having 1 base. You're having another base over here. That isn't yours, right? So let's go over here this again. We'll have the Horde, we'll have the Alliance, we'll have a base here, base here, base here. Alliance has this one and this one. You're here like a flippin' bum. You want 1 guy who's good at defending here. You want maybe the entire team. Maybe half the team. Maybe something. Gonna aside a team that wanna go and team fight here. Or maybe you wanna try and switch them up. If you feel like you can't push in here, you wanna try and switch it up maybe try and go and get ready here and move over here. And as you're moving over here to waterworks, you pull a switcheroo on them, right? And instead of going to waterworks, you move to lighthouse and in glidehouse with everyone. Then they're gonna panic because they all were floating here. They have now moved over here. You turn around on them and like, haha. So now they're running after you, right? You kill the guy over here. You peel them. You make sure they don't get in towards the base. Have a few people go over and kill the defender on here. And then you cap the flag. Have a rogue smoke bomb the cap at the end. That's one way of doing it. Another strategy could be, you're going to team fight them here like normal. But Rogue and Boomy instead goes over here. And you pressure them on 2 points. Like the Rogue and Boomy cap is lethal. If you have a Guardian defending, I recommend sending a Guardian instead with the Rogue. Because Guardian can't be CC'd. And Guardians are just insane at ninja capping. And then you take 2 bases. You double defend the 2 bases. As soon as you know you're going to cap it, not after you capped it. As soon as you know for sure you're going to cap it, you say, I need help ASAP. And then rest of the team, this is not like, oh, I just gotta kill this guy first. You fuck it and run. You have to get over to the base you just got. Because otherwise that base is gonna be gone before you get there. And that is pretty much my whiteboard explanation of how the hell you play the free base map. Principle goes pretty much the same for Arathi Basin and the new deepwind Gorge that isn't as fun as the other one. Alrighty then. The playmakers, the big brains, the masters of the base maps. Rogues! Am I tooting my own horn too much? I might be. Either way, the rogues are a good rogue can carry these games here, guys. Rogues, especially with a boomy. You know what? I should just take this off, right? A broken headset. Rogues and boomies, ninja cappers. Though you can use a hunter as well, it's not as effective. But rogues and boomies are the perfect ninja cappers. Or if you play a feral, who knows? Maybe feral gets buffed. So what you want to do is you always want to keep an eye on the map. And if anybody is ghosting, if the other guys are inking a base all of a sudden, you have to know where everybody is defending. You have to keep an eye on the battleground enemies. There's a link below the previous video. Don't worry, guys, I'll put it in the comments. So go and check that out. And check out the previous video if you haven't seen it. Rogues, you really need to keep an eye on everything. You want to make sure you force a trinket when you go in, and you want to take the flag. There's multiple ways of doing that. Like, one of the better ways of doing it is you go in and you stun them, you duel them late, and then you take them. You can also do a bomb gat. However, smoke bomb is no longer long enough to actually cap the flag. So what you want to do is you want to have your druid start capping the flag. Bait them a little bit. See if they are not paying attention. See if you can get the druid to cap for about a second. Then you can bomb them. Then they're forced to go into the bomb. Otherwise, the druid will get the flag. Once they're coming in towards the bomb, you get them. You can also do it the other way around, where the druid rolls them and then clones them. Then you got the trinket. Then you stun, duel, whatever you want after. Then you get the base, right? That's the general way of doing it. You have to CC. And guys, if your teammate says just kill them, just killing them is nowhere near fast enough in 99% of the time. Sometimes you can if you pay attention to the cooldowns. They don't have any cooldowns. They don't have like anything magic to like save their lives. Then you can go for the kill if you're sure you can get it quick. Otherwise, it is faster to CC because they're basically dead by the second you land the CC, right? One thing, when you're inking bases and killing, loot the corpses. For the love of God, loot the corpses. But yeah, those are pretty much the only two that can ink bases. Alrighty, guys. Did you like the whiteboard presentation? I'm sorry it was a bit long. So, a few closing remarks here and final thoughts for this year and for team fighting in general. Tip number 1 is going to be for the healers. make sure you peel off before all your healers are out of mana. You go one at a time. Make sure you stagger it so no one is ever peel off DPS. Make sure you keep everybody else away from them. Yes, that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, make sure you get the targets right. Quick swaps is lethal. Punching somebody through a defensive when they know it's coming. When somebody has the time to call, oh shit, I'm getting nuked. Alright, they'll pop a defensive. Know how you kill somebody quick? You have everyone being coordinated and striking. Like, this Crocodile Dungy said something, and he was fast, right? He said something about a huge knife. Like a dynasty. So, what we are going to do is that we're going to coordinate, right? As I explained in the previous video, I'm just going to mention it here quick again. Start a countdown, say we're going to go on the priest. In. Nobody hits the priest until then. Right? In. 3, 2, 1. When everybody says 1, you nuke them. Or maybe count for 5. Set up CCs while we count. And then you nuke that priest. And he will be dead. Like, that is what separates a good team fight from a bad team fight. / target call. I guess you could blame it on the target call. If you do this correctly, I guarantee you'll stomp more. Quick kills. Remember here, in the base maps, you don't have to stagger the kills. Once you hold the base, you stagger the kills on the healers, so you're not fighting against them all at once, right? If you're trying to take a base, you have to clean them, so you can't spin the flag. Right, spinning the flag, they place AoE, they do everything to stop you from capping. And then they're going to be holding the flag until the rest of them get there, and then you start finding more and more people, and you suddenly have an issue. So, if you are trying to take a base, make sure you clean them quick. Take out one healer, take out the 2 others in quick succession, clean up the DPS, and then you take the flag. Once there's just a couple of people left, have a few CC, and 1 or 2 people try and cap the flag. You have a rogue in the team fight, smoke bomb them, those guys, so they can take the flag. Make sure you're also cleaning them out quickly. If you let them get back and spawn, that's not good. And then you're not going to take the flag. So again, it's still all about objectives. Like I said in the other videos, a lot of people are playing for kills. Here we are playing for objectives. Doesn't matter if you kill them in the middle of fucking nowhere where there isn't a base. Shit don't matter. You might as well have been dead as well, because you're not helping the team or anything. Unless you are like Bobby DK1 playing Blood DK and just like taking a priest for a walk and dragging him. I think that is pretty much it here. We're not going to go too much into detail here. Thank you so much for watching the video here to the end. If you hear this. I mean, if nobody hears this, nobody watched the video to the end. Oh my god, I wasted my time. But I hope you enjoyed regardless. It was pretty fun to make this here. We'll do some more viewer RBGs over on the live stream, so don't forget to check that out. And guys, once again, thank you so much for watching. Take care.